Good morning, children. Welcome to Mahila Samaja Digital Online Classes. How are you all, children? Hope all are safe at home. Myself, Deepa, your social science facilitator. So, dear children, in our previous class, we have discussed about globe and maps, isn't it? So, we discussed about the globe, what is the meaning of a globe, features of a globe, uses of globe. So, children, what is a globe? A globe is a miniature model of the earth, isn't it? So, now, today in this class, let us study about map. Okay, let us know about the map. See, children, the globe can give us only very general information about the earth, whereas maps are very essential to get detailed information of a place, state, or a country, and also about other geographical features. So now let us see what is a map. A diagrammatic representation of the whole earth or a part of it on a flat surface according to scale is called map. So children, here you can see the picture of world map. So, map is a diagrammatic representation of the whole earth or a part of it on a flat surface according to scale is called as a map. So now the art of map making is known as cartography. And children, you all may be having a book of map, isn't it? You all have a book of map. So what it is called? So a book of map is called as an atlas. That is the collection of various types of map bound as a book is known as an atlas. So atlas, it is very useful for you, isn't it, children? So now let us look into the types of maps. So basically map is classified on the basis of scale and on the basis of purpose. So now let us look into the map based on scale. So the map based on scale are of two types. One is large scale maps and small scale maps. What is large scale map? These maps are represent small areas. So again the large scale map is divided into two, that is cadastral maps and topographical map. So cadastral map means it shows the individual property, whereas topographical map, it shows the detail of the surface features. So this is about the large scale maps. Now let us see what is a small scale maps. So these maps, they represent the large areas like world, continent or countries. So again the small scale map is further divided into two. One is wall maps and atlas maps. So children, wall map you all have seen in your class. So teacher, while explaining about any chapter, so your ma'am will use the map to show you, isn't it? So that is called the wall map, that is hanging. Okay, so wall maps are larger in size than the atlas. So they are used as a teaching aid in the classroom. Isn't it, children? You all have seen. So what does they do? They give you information. Like for example, if you want to know about the physical features of India, so you can look into the physical feature map, isn't it? And Atlas, as I have told you before itself, it is a book of map, but they also give some information. So this is about the maps based on scale. Now let us know maps based on purpose. So this is also can be called as thematic maps. So it is classified into three. One is physical maps, political maps and distribution maps. So physical map. What is a physical map? So physical map, these maps represent the physical features. So children, what are the physical features? You all know, right? Which are the physical features? Yes, mountains, plateaus, plains, rivers, etc. So these are the physical features. So if you want to know much about it, you have to look into the physical map. Next is political map. Political maps shows the political boundaries between states, countries and continents and their location and areas. Coming to distribution map. So distribution map, it shows the distribution of definite features such as land use, temperature, rainfall, population, soil, minerals, natural vegetation, crops, industries, railways, roads, waterways, etc. So these are the types of map. Hope you understood, children. Now let us go on to the components of a map. So components are very, very important, children. So the basic components of a good map are title, scale, latitudes and longitudes, direction and index. So these are the very, very important components. Why? Because without these components, we cannot identify or we cannot read the map. Okay, children. So now let us see what is a title. So every map must have a suitable title which tells us the content of the map. So without knowing the content of the map, we get confused, isn't it, children? So title is very, very important. So it will be on the top of the map. So for example, India physical features. So this is the title. So by looking at the title, easily you will come to know that this map gives us the information about the physical features, that is about the mountains, plateaus, plains, rivers. Okay, children. So that is why title is very important. So next is scale. What is a scale? A scale is a ratio between the distance on the map and the corresponding distance on the ground. So it helps us to know the distance between the two places on the ground. Next, latitudes and longitudes. So children, while explaining about the globe, I showed you some lines on the globe. And I told you that these are the imaginary lines. These are called latitudes and longitudes, which helps us to locate the places, isn't it? So latitudes and longitudes, they are a grid of imaginary lines. So it helps us to find the location, distance and direction of places on the map. Now next is direction. What is direction? So in a map, the direction is shown by a symbol. What type of symbol? Like arrow. You all know, children, how the arrow looks? Yes, arrow with the letter N on the top means the head of the arrow points to the north. So here, if you know the north, you can easily find the other directions, isn't it? So next is the index or key. What is the index? It is a symbol used to represent any features is called index. So index is an important component and represents all the features shown on the map. So various colors and symbols are used in the index. So for example, blue color. If blue color is used means it represents the water bodies. Green for lowlands. Okay, children. Now let us look into the uses of maps. As you all know that map is very useful. Map help us to locate the places like towns, cities, districts, states, countries and continents. And also they show the physical features such as mountains, plateaus, plains, coastal areas, islands, etc. Not only that, they also help us to know about the major routes of transport such as road transport or railways or airways, and they help us to understand the distribution of the crops, minerals, industries, rainfall, etc. And maps are very important for the military people also during the time of war and for security purpose. Maps guide the tourist to their destination. And one more important is map is a very good teaching learning aids in the classroom. Isn't it, children? In order to learn better, if you look at the map, you will get better idea regarding the topic. They also easy to carry. So these are the uses of the maps. Now let us look into the geographical symbols. So what is a geographical symbols? So a symbol, as you all know that symbol is a sign that stands for an object. So the symbol used in a map are the same all over the world, and the symbol give us a lot of information. So you can look at the picture, children, symbol and what it is. So by looking at the symbol, you can easily identify what it represents. So even the colors. Okay, children. See, when you look at the physical map, you can see different colors. These colors represent different physical features. So, like for example, blue. If you look at the blue color, it indicates the water bodies like oceans, seas, lakes and rivers. Green color for lowlands or plains. Yellow for the highlands or the land higher than the plains. Brown for hills and lower part of mountains. Dark brown for high mountains and white for snow covered areas. So these colors helps us to know what it is. Okay. So beside different colors are used for political maps also to show the different political divisions. Not only in the physical map, even in the political maps also different colors are used. And different line symbols with the different colors are also drawn on the map to show the roadways, railways and airways. Black lines are used for boundaries and red for roads. So this is the geographical symbols. So this is very important thing. So now children, we discussed what is the meaning of a map, types of map, uses of maps and what are the symbols. So when you know all these things, you can easily read the map. So map reading is very important. To read and understand a map, you need to know the meaning of the symbols. So, for example, children, if you know the letters of the alphabet, then only you can form meaningful words, isn't it? In the same way, if you know the meanings of the colors, lines and symbols which are used on the map, you can easily read the map. Okay, children, understood? So now let us recap. So now look at the picture, children. What it is? It is a globe. So what is a globe? Globe is a miniature model of the earth, isn't it? Next, look at the picture. Here you can see globe as well as map. What is a map? A diagrammatic representation of the whole earth or a part of it on a flat surface according to scale is called a map. So children, hope you understood what is a globe and map. Its uses, isn't it, children? Now let us look into the today's home assignment. I have given you a very simple question, children. What is a map? It is a diagrammatical representation of the earth, whole earth or a part of it on a flat surface according to the scale. Next question. What are the types of maps? So, on the basis of scale and purpose, maps are classified as maps based on scale, maps based on purpose. Under maps based on scale, again it is classified into two: large scale maps and small scale maps. Maps based on purpose, it is again further classified into three. One is physical map, political map and distribution map. So, hope you enjoyed and understood today's concept. So, children, I will meet you in the next class with a new topic. Till then, have a great day. Stay home. Stay safe. Thank you.